This is just a quick introduction to today's video. I did a poll on a Facebook group that I manage, and it was all about reasons why you're not losing weight. You won't find the poll on the Leisure Lifestyle page, so don't have a look for it. But in this video, I cover a lot of issues that you may be able to relate to. Anyway, it's just about to start over there on the laptop, so let's take you over so you don't miss the beginning. Last week I did a poll. What's your problem? What is your problem with losing weight? There was a number of options to choose from. These were: weekends ruin my progress, frustrated with results, so I give up, motivation to get started, too many temptations, and not knowing what to do. Let's have a look at these. Right, so weekends ruining your progress. You can't blame going out because nobody's allowed to go anywhere and all the nightclubs are shut. The first thing I'd say when you say weekends ruin your progress is that they don't. All right, when you're losing weight, that takes weeks, months. In some cases, that takes years. What you eat on one weekend makes very, very little difference to the bigger picture. I can almost certainly guarantee as well, those that you think that weekends are ruining your progress, is you're probably being too restrictive during the week as well. Now, you've got in your mind that you've got to eat really healthy food, really nutritious food, and that you're not allowed to eat what we call bad food, junk food. But we are, right? Every food has just got a calorific value. Right, so there's nothing wrong with having chocolate, crisps, or pizza during the week. That's just got to fit into your calories for that day. Of course, we want to eat as much nutritious food as possible, and we want to limit high-calorie foods, but you certainly shouldn't be restricting yourselves to them completely. Right, that's when you end up feeling guilty then on the weekend when you eat something, and then you start to binge eat. So those that you think the weekend ruins your progress, understand that they don't. All right, you've got to think of the bigger picture. Also, if you're being too restrictive, which you probably are, stop being so restrictive. Stop restricting yourself of the foods that you enjoy during the week. Find a way of enjoying those foods in small quantities so that you still maintain a calorie deficit and that you still lose weight. And then you're not going to binge eat on the weekends. Right, so that's the weekend excuse sorted. Right, next up we have, and this is a biggie as well, we have frustrated with results and giving up. All right, first thing, you've got to think long term. If you're looking at short term results, then you're not looking at the bigger picture again. Your weight is going to fluctuate up and down over days and weeks, mainly because of water retention and many other things. Right, you have to look at the long term results. We all know people that lost 6 or 7 pounds in their first week of losing weight. All right, and it looks like they're performing miracles. The truth is, the vast majority of that is water weight, all right? And it's quite possible that what they're doing isn't sustainable and they're not going to be able to keep it up long term. Understand that after that initial couple of weeks where water plays a big part, all right, losing a pound, half a pound, even your weight staying the same, that's all good, that's fine. Losing a pound of fat a week is a massive achievement. That's really, really good progress. Just make sure you're not getting disheartened if you think the scales are not what they should be. All right, focus on the process. All right, results will come. Think about the results as well. How are your clothes feeling? How are you feeling physically and mentally? All right, there's lots more to losing weight than the actual weight on the scales. There are no miracles here. It takes time, patience, and focusing on the process. 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Right, motivation. This is a biggie, and it's one I hear a lot. All right, especially at the moment when we're in lockdown, gyms are closed, we can't go very far. It can feel difficult to get motivated to start a weight loss journey. Firstly, try and make weight loss not seem like a massive life-changing journey. All right, make some small steps, all right, little by little, get on the right path. When you think you have to change everything in your diet and you have to start some grueling, long, punishing workout routine, all right, that's when it can feel difficult to get motivated to get started. That's not the case, right? Small steps, little by little. Also, motivation doesn't come on its own, right? You've just got to get started. Then you'll start seeing results, and that's where added motivation comes from, by getting results. Start off with an achievable target, all right? It could be walking 10,000 steps a day. Get it done, see results, and that's where the motivation will come. Right, next we're on to temptation. Right, and this is a huge one. How we think about food will play a massive part in how successful we are with weight loss. Right, get your head around that all of the foods you can see in this picture chips, pizza, burger, cake, none of them are bad for weight loss. Right? None of them on their own together, then none of them are bad for weight loss. What's bad for weight loss is over-consuming too many calories of any food. Regardless of what food it is, too many calories is key. One donut at the end of the day is equivalent to 2 bananas in terms of calories. Of course, we want to have more bananas in our diet than we do donuts, right? But stop thinking of them as temptations. They're just calories. We should be aiming to eat as much food that is high in nutrition as possible, but we must find room in our diet for those foods that are less nutritious but that we enjoy as well. Right? There's room for all foods in the right amounts in a balanced diet. One thing we shouldn't be doing is over-restricting ourselves. When we over-restrict, that's when we have urges to overeat calories, binge eat, and end up overdoing it. Right then, our final topic for today is not knowing what to do. All right, and this is common, very common. First of all, let me tell you what not to do. All right, you don't do anything that promises quick results, that promises miracle cures. Drop a dress size in a week, lose 10 pounds in 10 days. Anything that seems too good to be true is too good to be true. What you absolutely must do to lose weight, because it's impossible to lose weight if you don't, is create a calorie deficit day after day after day, week after week. Then you will start to lose body fat. Every single diet in the world, regardless of how it's marketed and what they say, will only work if you're creating a calorie deficit day after day. My preferred method is to enjoy all foods and to count my calories and ensure that way that I'm in a calorie deficit. Right? Counting calories isn't for everybody. Right? You don't have to count calories, but calories always count. There are lots of methods to restricting your calories and ensuring you're in a calorie deficit, right? But they have to work for you. They have to be sustainable for you. There's no point doing anything that you can't keep up long term. That's when you're going to start to lose focus. That's when you're going to start to fail in what you're doing, and that's when weight loss isn't going to work. The challenge for you is finding a way of restricting the calories that's going to work long term. If you want to know where to start and how many calories you should be eating, drop me a message and I'll work it out for you. At the end of the day, our lifestyles are all different, so we'll all have slightly different techniques. But what's always the same is that calories always count. Right, that's it for this video then. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you took something from it. Any questions, drop me a message and I'll